Hello students, welcome back to third session on treasury management. In this session, we are concentrating on what are the ways in which an organization can improve its liquidity position, then preparation of cash budget. So let me see how to improve liquidity. We know that some organization will end up with not in a position to improve its operation due to what deficit? Cash deficit. We have already come across reasons for cash deficit. So, the management of such organization which is not in a position to improve its efficiency should take certain measures before situation becoming worst. So then the question arises, what are the ways? There are few ways in which management can improve liquidity of organization. So what are all that? So good inventory management, having rapid stock turnover, negotiating with supplier to have a better credit policy, better account receivables management, invoice discounting, disposal of unnecessary asset, sale of loss-making units, becoming growth-oriented firm, conversion of debt into shares, dealer deposit, bar customers deposit. So these are the ways through which an organization can improve its liquidity, means it can come out of cash deficit problem or cash flow problem. So let me discuss one by one. Good inventory management. So in each and every organization should see that there should not be shortage of inventory. At the same time, there should not be excess inventory. Inventory must be kept at minimum level, because when an organization invests more on inventory, highest portion of its current asset will be in the form of inventory. So it takes certain time to convert that inventory, raw material into work in progress into finished goods into debtors into cash. So if you invest more on inventory and conversion period is also more, so definitely you lock the fund in terms of inventory. It is not beneficial. So you suffer from cash deficit. At the same time, when you have very less inventory, so there will be production interruption. So there will be sales interruption. Try to understand. You do not have sufficient finished goods, even though there is a demand for it, means, so you cannot sell it uninterruptedly to the customers. So that's why having more or less inventory is also dangerous. That's why inventory must be kept at minimum level. So if possible, so just in time technique or just in time inventory management system must be adopted. What is that just in time? Whenever requires, you will get it at that moment itself. It will not be stored. In the sense, if you need raw material today, so from supplier, it should reach to production, place today morning itself. It should not go to store. So such type of inventory management system helps you to keep the inventory at minimum level. So if you do so, what happens is it reduces time associated with initiation and completion of a process, and at the same time it reduces size of inventory. So having good inventory management system definitely enhances liquidity in the organization. The next one is stock turnover. How long you take to convert finished goods into debtors? How long you will take convert raw material into work in progress into finished goods? So all these indicates different types of stock turnover, raw material stock turnover, then work in progress turnover, stock turnover, finished goods turnover. So to enhance the liquidity, you have to speed up the turnover, means you should convert finished goods into debtor as early as possible. Mainly, you have to convert raw material into work in progress into finished goods as early as possible. So, particularly if you convert, it indicates that you are accelerating sales. So, you need to plan how to accelerate sales in advance, and you need to implement it before actual sales takes place. So certain arrangements or certain Techniques such as arranging sales exhibitions, sales mela, reduction sales, offer sales, all these things accelerate the sales. So you need to plan all these aspects or all these activity so before actual sale takes place. So this is how you can convert your finished goods into debtors. You might have seen that is during rainy season always there will be offer. Particularly there will be sale. What is that? 50% reduction sale, 70% reduction sale in almost all clothes center. So where they are selling ready-made clothes as well as stitched one. So in such type of organization, so definitely they go for it to what? To speed up the turnover. So because if stock get piled in the store, for example, you have invested 3 crore rupees on finished goods and it is still in the store means, so how long? Definitely creates impact on your day-to-day activity and how long you can wait. So you need to take action as early as possible before you going for actual sale. Try to understand. You need to plan for certain activities or certain events so that it accelerates sales. So it provides you liquidity. This is nothing but enhancing stock turnover. Negotiating with supplier. Supplier here means supplier of goods, raw material. For example, if you are a manufacturing concern, you are getting raw material from someone else. If you are retail concern, you are getting finished goods from someone else. So you have to negotiate with supplier whenever you purchase goods from them on credit basis. At the same time, you need to negotiate with suppliers of fund, banks, financial institution or suppliers of fund. So if you negotiate, there is a possibility of you getting extra credit period, you getting attractive in discount. So better cash discount. So you need to maintain good relationship with the supplier. When good rapport is maintained with the supplier, you will be benefited with good credit period from them. So instead of giving you 10 days credit, they may allow you 30 days credit. During that 30 days, whatever cash you have, you can make use for the immediate purpose or for productive purpose. So this is what negotiating with supplier enhances liquidity. Better account receivable management. See, what is account receivable? So when you sell goods on credit and there is supporting document for that credit sale in terms of bills receivable, that constitute account receivable. So whenever you sell goods on credit, you should see that there will be reduction in getting the amount due from customer. There must be prompt payment by customer. It is possible to reduce delay in payment, delay in getting the due and prompt payment by customers. So you need to manage receivable in such a way that you have to remind them for payment before it becomes false due. You should offer them cash discount for early payment. And you should see that credit sale is always backed up by bills. In such a way, you can have better account receivable management which reduces delay in getting the amount due from customer and accelerating their payment, prompt payment by offering them discount. The next thing is factoring. See, whenever organization sells goods on credit basis, bills account receivable or book debt arises. So whenever you sell goods on credit basis, you will allow them certain time period to convert that credit sales into cash. You need to wait for that time period. For example, if I sold goods to you for 30 days credit, I need to wait for 30 days to get the amount back from you for the goods sold to you on credit. So during that 30 days, I cannot stop my activity. So if you want to have immediate cash for your credit sale, so you can enter into agreement of selling your credit sales, that is debtors, to experts who are expert in managing the receivables. So they are known as factors. So you can sell your debtors to factors at a reduced price so that you will get what is that immediate cash. You need not wait for 30 days. I need not wait for 30 days. What I will do is assume that I sold 3 lakh worth rupees goods to you today. So by today or by tomorrow, what I will do is I will sell that data, that is receivables, to someone who is ready to purchase. So they will collect from you at the end of 30th day, but I am not going to get 3 lakh from them. I am going to get less than 3 lakh, maybe 2 lakh 75. But I need not wait for 1 month to get that 3 lakh from you. I am getting 2 lakh 80 or 2 lakh 90,000 from the factor. So this is nothing but factoring. So factoring is selling your credit sales, means debtors or receivable, to someone who is specialized in collecting due from your customers. So at a reduced price. So that is nothing but factoring. So factoring accelerates cash flow in an organization. So disposal of unnecessary assets. When you hold an asset well beyond their productive usefulness, it results in loss to you. So for example, useful lifetime of an asset is 30 years. You made use of it all over 30 years. Again, you are keeping that asset. There is no meaning of keeping that asset. So make an arrangement to sell them and get cash, enhance the liquidity. This is nothing but disposal of unnecessary asset. The next one is sale of loss-making divisions and brands. So whenever you have loss-making units, so either within the country or outside the country, or whenever you have loss-making brands, so better to sell it as early as possible. While evaluating the performance of each and every units or subsidiaries of your concern, so definitely you will come to know which unit or which division is working well and which division is not working well. So in case if there are n number of loss-making units, better to sell it. Or a particular unit is making so much loss, so that the profit from other units is set off against that loss, there is no use of continuing with such unit. So then what you have to do, you have to sell such units. So that is nothing but sale of loss-making divisions and brands. So conversion of debt into shares. So whenever you have so much debt, you know what it includes. So creditorship securities are more in your organization. You need to make, what is that, interest payment every year, which is fixed as and when you get loan from them. So whenever you have so much debt, so better to go for converting that debt into shares. So what you will do is you will convert that into shares, so that new shares are issued to the lender in satisfaction of debt or loan. So loan is no longer owed. Conversion results in improving company's balance sheet by reduction in debt. Interest will no longer be payable. By converting debt into equity, company free itself up to take up more borrowing, and it reduces cash flow problem. So when you convert debt into equity, what happens? You need not pay interest to the debenture holder. It improves your position in the balance sheet. Debt get reduces means your position in the balance sheet get increases. So you can free yourself from old debt and you can go for thinking new debt in future, and it reduces cash flow problem. So these are the ways in which these are the results of conversion of debt into shares. Becoming growth oriented company. What is growth oriented company? Those company which always aims at enhancing growth rate, either through expansion or through diversification or through merger acquisitions, are known as growth oriented companies. They always concentrate on enhancing the growth. In such organization, so definitely whatever earned as profit will not be heavily distributed as dividend to the stakeholder. Instead, highest portion will be kept in the organization or retained in the organization. So as a source to finance its growth oriented activities. So when they invest maximum portion of their profit on growth oriented activity, so definitely it results in more profit, more cash flow, more benefit to the shareholder in terms of capital gain, means their share value increases. In future, when they sell it, they'll get more than what they paid to purchase that share. So this is how you are reducing cash flow problem, or you are enhancing liquidity in the organization. If you distribute maximum portion of your profit as dividend, if you are growth oriented organization, you need fund for such activity like the expansion. Then you need to borrow it from external source. External source is costlier. Again, debt increases, number of equity share increases. Instead of raising funds for growth oriented activity externally, make use of your own profit. Don't distribute more dividend, distribute less, keep more, invest on growth oriented activity, enhance your profit, enhance your market share. Definitely it goes to whom only? The benefit goes to shareholder. So this is how you can reduce cash flow problem. Then dealer deposit or customer deposit. Whenever you appoint a dealer, so better to get deposit from them, or whenever you get demands, put order from your customer, so get deposit. Ask for deposit before you going to sell goods on cash or credit basis to them. For example, if you receive an order and that order will be supplied after 15 days, so instead of waiting for 15 days to get cash, demand for certain portion of that goods which you are going to sell as deposit, so that you can come out with cash flow problem. So these are the ways in which you can come out of what problem? Cash flow problem. Now the question arises, is it possible for us to know what will be the cash position of the organization during planning period? Yes. How? By preparing cash budget. So what is cash budget? How to prepare cash budget? Then the problems on cash budget we will see particularly in next session. Till that, take care. Thank you.